Hello everybody, welcome back. Today's block is called Angela's Star, and it is going to be a 6-inch block. I have prepped a lot of this, so I have some of my flying geese done. We're going to do one together because it's easier for me to prep it than do it all on camera because my hand does hurt and I have to take breaks. Excuse me. So, for a fabric, mine is this flowery fabric, you need 4 2-inch squares and 4 2 by 3.5-inch rectangles. For B and C both, you need 6 2-inch squares. So these are my extra pieces. I'm just going to save them all and make, I don't know, something out of it someday. We're just going to lay them to the side. I did trim them already. I think they come to like 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 1/4. So they're not very big, but I didn't want to throw them away because it's wasteful. So we're going to start out, you're going to make 4 of these, but together we're just going to make 1. We're going to move that for just a minute. We're going to move this too. So let me show you something here first. While we're only making 1 together, these go different ways. See how they're opposite? So when you do this, you're going to do 2 with one fabric and 2 with the other, and then you'll alternate. So I actually have 2 like this already with the blue on the right. So I need another one with the white on the right. So we're going to lay this here. Let's hold this. Let's move all these off and I'll show you. So we have 2 of that one. And now we need to make another one like this. So we're going to start with our white. You're going to start with the piece you want on the right. At least that's how I do it. I don't know how. I don't know. If you're left-handed, you might start the other way. I'm not sure. So I use this little ruler. It's a mini simple folded corners. And you lay it with your lines. Normally I go down here because it just makes it easier to follow. So you just go down to the bottom, line up your square there, and you'll trim it off. Just like that. Now that's my little this thing, my little half square triangle thing. So I am going to sew that too. I'm going to sew this and then I'll put that one on to get this off, and then we'll do the other side. So let's take this over. Now you could pin it if you're not comfortable with it, just holding it, but it's a pretty small thing. I do these a lot. I'm just going to hold it. But don't be afraid to pin. There's no shame in pinning at all. I pin a lot. Grab my little scissors. And we'll head back over here. Okay. Let's cut this one off too. We're going to iron this open. And there's half of our flying geese block. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to lay it just in the corner there. We're going to use our ruler. Now you could use any ruler. You just lay, I would use like this side where it has a 1/4-inch line, and just lay it there and you would trim that off. It is really the same thing, but I have this ruler, so I use it. But if you do not have it, you can still make this block with no problems. So we're just going to trim off just like that, and we're going to sew that up, and then I'm going to use that to get my piece off the machine, just like I did the other one. I'm so sorry. Let's go back over. We're done with this now. Let's lay it out of the way. Bring this up. I guess you guys probably saw that fly off my machine, right? This one will lay to the side. We don't need it. Now I do have that little lip there. I am going to trim it off. I don't have to, but my notes there. You probably wondered what that was. I'm just going to lay my 1/4 inch line there on the point going through, and I'm going to trim that off. It's not much, but that's what I do. Throw these in my little scrap bin. Now we got 2 going each way. So let's bring our block back. And we're going to lay this back out. And we want our pieces to match our middle, not middle. Alright, so there you go. I'm going to move these now. We've seen which ones are which. So now we're going to sew our middle block together. But we're also going to sew these because we're going over. We might as well start at the beginning. We're going to sew this together. Just fold it over. I'm going to put a pin in it. I'm going to do my middle block, fold it over. Put a pin in the side I'm sewing. Although it is the same, it would not matter. Same thing here. And then our bottom row also, because why not? So let's head back over. Stack them up to the side there. Off. So I'm gonna lay these out to the side here because this is in the way now. Now let's cut these off. So they're still where they need to go, they're just not on my mat. We're gonna iron this open to the outside corner and it's gonna lay right back up there. These we're going to iron to the blue side. It's a very subtle difference in my fabrics, so I don't know if it's a mistake or not, but it's what I've done, so there you have it. And we are going to spin this around and fold it over, and we're going to make a 4 patch. Just pin it at both sides. Now I am actually going to go ahead and do this too because I can use this to get this one off the machine. I'm going to put a pin in that. So let's head over and we're just going to sew down this and then the other one. Now we have our bottom and our middle done. This one we're going to iron to the outside. And then it goes like this. Oh, look at that. This one, it doesn't matter. They're exactly the same. So we're going to lay this back up here and I'm going to pin that, but I'm not going to do it yet because I need these up here. Now again, my top row is on the machine, but you're going to make sure that your pieces line up as they should. Blue and blue, blue and blue, white and white, blue and blue, white and white, white. So we're going to fold this over, and I'm going to pin it from the back side because I do want to line up that seam and try to sew right over my X there. I've done pretty good at it lately, but you never know. We're going to pin at the beginning, and then we're going to fold this over and go ahead and sew it. I slowed down a little there, try to make sure I got it right. Grab the last one. Cut those apart. Now our top row is finished. We're going to iron that open. And it is done. This one we're going to iron to the middle because we have ironed everything else to the outside. And we're going to fold this over and pin it. Again, I want to sew from the flying geese block, and I line that up best I can. That one didn't do as well as I'd like, but whatever. Well, it got me my point. It just didn't line up in the middle, but it's okay. I'm just going to hold that. Now we've got all our pieces into rows. We're going to iron our bottom row to the outside and our middle row to the middle. And then we'll lay it out. That is our star. We're just going to fold this down, nest our seams there. Put a pin in the end. And I'm going to try to line that up again, best I can. And then this seam. And I'm going to put one in the beginning because I'm just going to lay it down and fold this up, and I'm going to pin this side too. We'll start with our end seam. And then our middle one there as best we can. I don't do little blocks a lot, but that's my goal for the year. I'm going to try to make more. And one in the beginning. Now we're just going to sew these both sides down, and we're done. Side. All right. Let's see what we got. Fabric frays a little. I don't know if it's because it's old or what. So I'm gonna iron these to the inside. And there you have it. It's called Angela's Star. Now I will trim it a bit because the edges are a bit off. So we'll just lay this down. I'm going to put my seam line, or my 2-inch line there, just because that's what landed there. And line up my edge here just to trim these off. And then I'll go all the way around and do it. The goal is it'll end at a 6-inch block. A 6-inch block finish. So, you know, I just need to get close enough because this isn't for anything really. Just for me. I'll go all the way around, and then I can also line up, once I've trimmed that, I can line up the bottom line too. And you want to make sure you have a 1/4 inch from your point here to the edge. You don't want to trim off too much. This will get rid of all my fraying threads too. So there it is. Angela's Star. 6 inches. 6 inches finished, so it's 6.5 now. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope you make it and love it, and I will see y'all next time. Have a great day.